Did you know? No one says it out loud, but some people don't choose to be friendless. They just evolve into it. It's not a mistake. According to psychology, the common trait among many lonely-looking people is not the wrong personality. It's a mind born into the wrong world. 1. Hyperawareness syndrome. People like you, when entering an environment, sense not just what is said, but even the vibrations in the air. You notice when someone's voice trembles. When their eyes momentarily drift away, you sense the emotion there. This seems good, but it's dangerous because hyper-awareness prevents you from enjoying even the simplest things. People think you're cold when really you're just drowning in the echoes of your own mind. You weigh every word, analyze every glance. Even when trying to connect, a voice whispers inside, "Am I being misunderstood?" That's when the connection breaks, and an invisible wall slowly rises between you. This wall is not woven from pride. It is woven from the defense of a mind that has learned to survive. 2. The search for authenticity. You immediately notice the artificiality in someone's smile, the falseness in their voice, or the emptiness in their words. Forced laughter, memorized phrases, superficial closeness suffocate you. Psychology calls this high social awareness, but for you it's like social poison. Because while everyone else is playing a role, you try to remain honest. And honest people are often misunderstood. When you're silent, they call you stuck up. When you withdraw, they call you cold. But you're just protecting your peace. Because sincerity is now a luxury in this world, and you don't give that luxury away cheaply to anyone. That's why you're surrounded not by crowds, but by peaceful silence. 3. Emotional self-sufficiency. Most people breathe by forming emotional bonds. They constantly share, confide, and seek approval. But you're not like that. You heal your emotions within yourself. You fall, you get up, you pull yourself together without telling anyone. This looks like strength from the outside, but it's actually a silent agreement made with loneliness. Because when people realize you don't want help, they feel unnecessary, and they slowly drift away. You don't push anyone away, you just don't show need. But people form bonds where they see need. When you don't show it, that bond isn't formed. It's painful, but it's true. 4. Independent thinking. You follow your own intuition, not the crowd's direction. Trends, popular ideas, crowd thinking don't interest you. This makes you unique, but it also leaves you alone. Because people unite in similarity and drift apart in difference. You ask why, they say, never mind. You question, they move on. And at that moment, an invisible wall rises between you. But that wall is not built of arrogance. It is woven of awareness. You see the truth behind the things everyone laughs off. And this awareness always keeps you one step behind in the crowd. Maybe that's why you've always been an observer. 5. Inability to express emotions. You feel, but you can't put it into words. You care about someone, but you struggle to say it. You notice someone is sad, but you don't know how to approach them. And eventually people think you're cold. Yet silent storms rage inside you. You just haven't learned to express them. Psychology calls this an alexithymia tendency. That is, the inability to recognize and express emotions. Your mind speaks, your heart is silent. But know that this is not a deficiency. It's a structure that chooses not to surrender your feelings to the noise of others. Perhaps this is your way of surviving. Being friendless is often not a choice, but a side effect of being overly aware. You're not wrong, you're just too deep. And deep people always appear lonely in superficial worlds. But appearing is one thing, being is another. Now ask yourself this, am I truly alone or am I just surrounded by the wrong people? If your answer is the latter, don't blame yourself, because some minds are made not to connect, but to understand. And understanding is always more valuable than the crowd. If you are also someone who sometimes thinks too much, feels too much, stays too alone, know that you are not alone here. We don't silence those minds here. We understand them because people like you need to be understood, not motivated. And here, that's exactly what we do, because sometimes being understood is even more valuable than being loved.